May 4. No, 5.
May 5th, 5th, 2024, Radha Kunda, questions and answers. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. So many devotees came here from Bombay and Delhi and Bareilly and France and Germany, Italy. It's about 150 people here in the yard. It's packed up. Any questions?
Sometimes
Verlega is coming?
she should come. The story of Mahabharata, and after in Srimad Bhagavatam there is also described story of Pandavas, but it's kind of too much. I'm thinking always it's so sad what happened in Mahabharata. It's kind of too much things happened. Why it happened? Sometimes I'm thinking. Of course, for Krishna wanted to teach us, like everything, like I don't know, whatever you can imagine, bad things happened with Pandavas and
The Pandavas, or questions asked about the Pandavas, the Mahabharata is all history of so many dynasties ruled India, eventually disappeared, and their saintly kingdoms came to an end as Kali Yuga appeared. Because the Mahabharata is all about the end of Dwapara Yuga. It's the history at the end of, like the apocalypse. Like the end of the Yuga, of Dwapara Yuga. Krishna, Bhagavan left and all his associates left also. So his associates were the Pandavas. But before the Pandavas left this world, they made sure they knocked off, they liberated all the non-devotee atheists, Kauravas. And they established Dharma. They established religion in the world. Dharma was established. The non-devotee atheists were all destroyed and liberated. He said Krishna left this world and all his devotees left. That's basically Mahabharata. That's what it's all about. About the dynasties of Krishna and Pandavas and Kauravas. And how they, because that's what Mahabharata is, the history of the end of Dwapara Yuga. For the devotees, they all went back to Vaikuntha. Pandavas live in Vaikuntha. For the Vaikuntha, with the Vaikuntha Krishna, Arjuna is there, Yudhishthira. They're not in Vrindavan. Although we sometimes read in Gaurganda Shivika that, Ramana Roy is Arjuna or something like that. They have some different identities. But the general consensus of Puranas and Mahabharata is the Pandavas are all living in some Vaikuntha region. Just like all the followers of Ramachandra and his associates, they live in a planet called Ayodhya, a spiritual sphere, spiritual realm called Ayodhya. So there's a place called Hastinapur or Indraprasth, a planet called Indraprasth. That's where all the Pandavas live. It's like Krishna would go to Dwarka and live in Delhi, Indraprasth, with the Pandavas for 4 or 5 months at a time. So it's that Krishna is with them in Vaikuntha. There's another Krishna in Dwarka, another Krishna in Mathura, another Krishna in Vrindavan. So Mahabharata ki jai. Mahabharata is a little different than the Srimad Bhagavatam also.
In Srimad Bhagavatam also described this story of Pandavas.
Yeah, in a brief way, it describes the essential principles of Dharma and Bhakti that they displayed. But all the family intricacies and intrigues and all the different things that doesn't describe much. Because the Mahabharata's a history book. It's called Itihas, the history. And the Bhagavatam is a poetry book. It's a poetry and it's a philosophy book. It's supposed to teach. The Puranas teach philosophy through stories. Mahabharata teaches morality and dharma and all kinds of things. But the Bhagavatam is teaching pure bhakti. This is pure bhakti, this is not pure bhakti. The Pandavas are very briefly described throughout the Bhagavatam. Queen Kunti and Arjuna and Yudhisthira, Bhima, Bhishma, teachings of Bhishma. But it's more elaborate in the Mahabharata, but a different idea also. The Mahabharata, Vyasadeva is taking the same characters and they're teaching morality and ashram dharma, like Bhishma and all that. So that's the Mahabharata. They're teaching morality, how a Kshatriya should behave, how a husband should behave, how a wife should behave, how a son should behave. All this is like family dharma, Lokik dharma. But those same personalities, Kunti, Yudhisthira, and Bhishma, are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and they're teaching bhakti, Krishna bhakti. It's different. Because Vyasadeva wants to speak about bhakti, so he speaks about bhakti through different personalities. And Vyasadeva wrote Mahabharata, he spoke about morality with the same personality. You may talk about bhakti in one place. If you have children, you may talk about morality to your children. But it doesn't mean you're a moralist, you're still a bhakta. You ever read the Mahabharata? No.
I'm sorry.
Has he read the Bhagavad Gita?
Bhagavad Gita also described it.
You read some of it?
Some slightly described in Bhagavad Gita always.
There's some translations, short, I read a short translation. You guys read the whole Mahabharata?
I read the book.
You read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Sometimes seems like all bad things happen with Pandavas, like at the same time, like whatever you can imagine in your
Yeah, materially, all bad things happen, that's true.
material, yes.
But they never gave up Krishna. That's the teaching. So we have little bad things, and we want to immediately run away from Krishna, give up Krishna. But they went through everything imaginable. They didn't give up Krishna. And Krishna never gave them up either. That's the true abundance of love, transcendental spiritual love. It goes on forever. Lover never gives up beloved, beloved never gives up lover. So Krishna never gives up his devotee, devotee never gives up Krishna. If someone gives up Krishna consciousness, it means they didn't fall in love with Krishna. They fall in love with Krishna, that's eternal love, not temporary love. It's not love produced from material energy. It's love produced from spiritual energy. The spiritual energy is everlasting and unchanging. Just like the soul. Soul is eternal and unchangeable. Achala, Nityastana, Achala, all those words were there. Unmoving, unchanging. Mahabharata is like it has the same stories about it, differently told. You read about Shukadeva, you read about Parikshit Mahabharata. He was hiding under the Yamuna. Babaji says he was at Sugartal underneath a banyan tree or some big tree for 7 days. He gave up eating and drinking. He was absorbed hearing Babaji for Sukadeva Goswami. And all sages, rishis, yesterday all gathered around to listen. That's Babaji. The same story described Mahabharata, that when the last 7 days came, where the snake was supposed to bite him, he could build a house under the moon. This is the Mahabharata. He built a submarine. He made a submarine, and he hid inside there, hiding from the snake. He thought the snake wouldn't catch him. So Mahabharata describes his servant would come in, bring his offering, food, into the submarine. Probably go underwater, bring him food in an underwater house. So one time he bought an apple. Inside the apple there was a worm. And the worm came out of the apple, turned into a big snake target. Chop! Ate him up. He didn't hear about it. There's no Sukadeva Goswami, no Bhagavatam. It's a scaredy cat. He got eaten underwater the Yamuna. Of course, if you die in Yamuna, you get liberated. But he did become a parrot of Radharani. Brahma Purana says Sukadeva was a parrot. And another story of Shiva speaking of Bhagavatam to Parvati. And Shiva said, listen, when somebody speaks Hari Katha, usually people fall asleep. So, right, it looked pretty cool today. Really knockout. Like I was fired up. Got the same hairdo. Okay, good. Welcome. So what did I say? What did I say?
That when we hear Hari Katha, everyone fell asleep.
Yeah, so Shiva told Parvati, I'll see the Bhagavatam, but you can't fall asleep. You have to keep saying it, ha, 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 ha. So Shiva was speaking the Bhagavatam, looking at the book. He's looking at the book. Well, and Parvati said, ha, ha, yeah, gee. So Parvati fell asleep. There's one parrot in the tree. The parrot said, ha, ha, ha. And then Shiva looked up to see his wife, and she was listening to the Bhagavad Gita. Like usual, Bhagavatam class, everybody sees. And she was sound asleep and snoring and totally asleep. And Shiva said, she's been asleep a long time. And somebody's saying, ha, ha, ha. Who's saying, ha? The parrot was in there. Parrot was in the tree. And she got angry and chased the parrot with his teacher. The parrot flew away. And Satyavati is the wife of Vyasadeva. Mother of Vyasadeva. Who is the wife? Who's the mother of Sukadeva? Look it up. Anyway. Who is Vyasadeva's wife? Matsya Ganda or something? That's Satyavati. Matsya Ganda. So like a fish. Her name was Satyavati. The mother of Vyasadeva, But her nickname was Matsigandhi, because she felt like a fish.
As per the Skanda Purana, it is Pinjala or another name is Vatika.
Vatika. Vatika means garden. Flower garden. Anyway, the parrot Shukadev flew away from Shiva, chasing him to kill him, and flew, and Vyasadeva's wife yawned. Maybe you was thinking about that. She was white. She was white. So the parrot shoot, like in the hanger, you know. And then she gave birth to Shukadev Goswami. That's the Brahma front. So different books tell stories different ways. Mahabharata says friction hid underneath the Yamuna, and he got bit by a worm inside an apple, came out of the apple, turned the torch to the snake and killed him. He didn't hear Bhagavatam. And friction and Shivavata or Bhagavatam for Shukadev Goswami. So these Puranas are really wild. Someone's asking a question about Mahabharata. It seems like the Mahabharata, the story of the Pandavas, they had all suffering, any possible suffering they had. Because they're teaching a lesson. The devotee will tolerate any kind of suffering because he has Krishna on his side, or her side. So that's the message of the Pandavas. Never give up Krishna, Krishna will never give you up. Another question? Yeah.
When I was in ISKCON, I heard the story that Arjuna becomes a gopi. And so I was like, because before you said that Pandavas are only like are not in Golok, so how this story can, if you can explain, please.
There's a story, it's a true story from Padma Purana. I read it myself, I had Padma Purana in English. Arjuna was in Delhi, riding around in a chariot with Krishna in the forest. And Arjuna said, you used to live in Vrindavan and all kinds of girlfriends. Now you're married to Rubi and Satyabhama, your life is so boring. We had a very exciting life. You know, all these girlfriends that ran around the forest at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., dancing on the banks of the river. They go skinny dipping in the river. Go skinny dipping. Skinny is called skinny dipping. This is called skin. Means no bikini. So the gopis leave their clothes on the banks, everybody goes swimming. Right? Krishna sold the clothes of the gopis. So Arjuna said, I would like to be a gopi and see some of that Leela. So he said, okay. Become a gopi. Gopi Baba too. Gopi Baba too, become a gopi. So Krishna gave Siddhanta. Padma Purana proves that Krishna gave Siddhanta to Arjuna. And you get a gopi root, you get complexion, you get dress, you get a svabha, you get ornamentation, you get a name. So what's the name of Arjuna and Gopi's name?
Arjuniya Gopi.
Arjuniya Gopi, that's correct. So it's a true story. He became a gopi. He's called Naimitika Leela. It's like you dream sometimes. You dream that you're a big guru. And throwing your circles, throwing flower petals at you. They wake up and say, oh, just a little dusty. So, what is Arjuna? Arjuna's Hari Katha with the Pandavas. I said, temporarily have it for 5 minutes. It's in Madan Pura. There's another way you can look at it philosophically. Because Gaudiya Goswami says every single Leela of Krishna is eternal. So that means 2 things. I mean, he said somewhere in the spiritual world, Arjuna has a Gaudiya form, eternally in a Gaudiya form. Or it means, or it means that Arjuna is eternally turning into a Gopi in some earth planet where he's asking Krishna to show his Gopi Vrindavan Leela. To preserve the statement of Jiva Goswami and Sandarbhas, every one of Krishna's Leelas is eternal, every single one. But generally it's called an Amitika, you have it one time and that's it. Because he has a Stairati. Stairati means his permanent mood towards Krishna. It's not Madhurati, it's Sakirati. He's an eternal friend. Says in the Gita, Krishna addressed Arjuna, Aho Saketi. What's that word?
Hey Krishna, hey Madhava, hey Sakya. Arjuna says to Krishna.
Yeah, Arjuna says,
Hey Krishna.
Many times I called you friend, and we sat together, we ate together. As we saw Ratharu, we said, you're really special. I thought you were just my friend, but you're God, Bhagavan. So he said, forgive me, I didn't mean to call you Shashi or whatever. I realized who you are. So he said, hey, I called you, hey buddy, hey friend. It's like, hey Saketi. I said, hey Bhagavan, hey Vishnu, hey Mahapurush, hey Vishnu. They have a phrase that you put out fire with fire. You fight fire with fire. I'll just explain what that means. You have a forest fire, and the forest is going just burning up forest, and wind is blowing, and the forest is getting burned up. So they come with tractors, they make a trench ahead of the fire. They put gasoline in the trench, they light a fire. So when the forest fire hits that trench, the fire stops. Doesn't burn the rest of the fire. So we're fighting fire with fire. The air is hot, we turn on the fan. We're already sweating, now hot air is blowing out overhead. We turn on the fan, we'll still sweat. But we think we're getting some relief from hot air blowing overhead. We're fighting fire with fire, but we're still hot. Question.
Gurudev, I am finding it hard to understand the interactions between the gopis and Krishna. He is supposed to be Atmaram, yet he feels pain in separation for Sri Radharani. How does that happen?
The question is that Krishna is Atmaram. He's satisfied within himself How does he feel pain and separation? Because Radharani is part of himself. Radharani is part of Krishna. She's Antaranga Shakti. Antaranga means his internal potency, his Ladi Shakti. So in the separation from Radharani, Krishna feels incomplete. The source of his Atmaramata, who is the source of his Atmaramata? The source of his Atmaramata is Radharani. Atmaramata is a Shakti, it's a state of being. State of being self-satisfied. What is that principle of self-satisfaction? The principle of self-satisfaction is Ladni Shakti. And Shakti is separated from him, but Radharani is not with him. That's why Krishna is called Madan Mohan. Radharani is called
Madan Mohan Mohini.
Madan Mohan Mohini. Krishna bewilders Cupid, but Radharani bewilders the bewilderer of Cupid. So Krishna loses his source of his Atmaramata is Radharani. So in absence of Radharani, Krishna is not Atmaram. He's Dukhi. He's Atmadukatam. He's not Atmaramata, he's Atmadukata. He's unhappy. If you're not with the one you love the one you're with. I read a description of Capricorn. Capricorn. My friend pointed out to me, you're like this. You're not with the one you love the one you're with. Doesn't sound too loyal. Be careful, don't have a Capricorn lover, they're not too trustworthy. Here he ain't got tomorrow. My old female friend of mine, she pointed out, I was reading about Capricorn, you know their nature? I said, what's their nature? I said, I'm not like that. Yes, you are. I say, go east and Maharaj say it's very difficult to change your nature. Yeah, okay, that's another one.
When devotees pass away, it is often said that they go back home, back to Godhead. Yes, while their next destination is certainly closer to Krishna, how can we know for certain of their destination?
When devotees die, how do we know be sure we know their destination? I don't know, I don't think you can know their destination. It's a very complicated matter to figure out where a person's going. Prabhupada wrote a letter. He said, most of my disciples, when they die, they'll go to the moon planet, go to Chandraloka. Because Chandraloka is the planet close to the Earth, relatively close to the Earth. And it's a great heavenly planet, a great enjoyment there. Chandra is a Brahmin, and devotees do a lot of good deeds, but they may not develop prema or bhav. They may not develop Krishna prema. So they get rewarded for all their good deeds. They say they'll go to heaven, they'll live for 10,000 years and enjoy, and come back to Earth planet. So, because Krishna says in Gita, if you think of me at the time of death, you come to me. So what a devotee's thinking? Who knows what a devotee's thinking? How can you know what a devotee's thinking? Sometimes astrologers calculate the time of death. They say it was an Amrit, like when Prabhupada left this world, is what they call Amrit Siddha Yoga. Amrit Siddha Yoga. Every month there's one one day, one particular time of the day, is called Amrit Siddhi Yoga. So one dies, leaves his body during that time, and he's a spiritualist. He goes to a higher planet. This is told in Shastra. So by Shastra, we can predict certain events. The future of someone who dies. For example, at the funeral, what do you call it, Shamshan ground, where the body's being burned, if while the body's being burned from the north, from the southeast, if a cow comes up and smells the body, that means the person went to heaven, went to Swargaloka. I was at the Yamuna Bank near Keshigat there burying some devotee, godbrother. And a cow came from the southeast and sniffed the body while it's burning. You know, towards the end, just smoldering and not big flames. It came up, smelled, and then went away. So there was a Brahmin there. He told me, this is real sisters. I said, why? He said, it means this guy went to heaven. I was there another time, and the sadhu came from the east. He was wearing saffron like sannyasi, with a bag on his shoulder, like wandering sannyasi, playing kartals and singing Ram Kirtan. And he came up to the burning body, and he said, who is this? He said, it's Krishna Das. He said, Jaya Krishna Das. And he walked away, played kartals. He came, he said, who is this? And some Brahmin was there that time. He said, because he asked me, Yekone? I said, Krishna. He said, Sitaram, Sitaram. He went away. He said, Krishna Das. He said, Krishna Das, he died. He said, Sitaram. So one Brahmin came up and he said, what did that guy say? I said, who is it? I said, what did he say? I said, Krishna Das. He said, if some sadhu comes, sannyasi comes to the east, chanting Krishna, and asks who's dying, the person went to Vaikuntha. So there are statements in Shastra to tell about where a person went after death. But ultimately it's between the Jiva and Bhagavan. So that's why as devotees we try to pass every moment with Krishna. Thinking of Krishna, praying to Krishna, serving Krishna. We don't want a minute to go by without remembering Krishna in our mind and heart. We are doing other things, taking care of babies, cooking dinner, sweeping the floor, doing our job or work, but in the heart of hearts, in our back of our mind, we should be chanting Krishna's name, remembering Krishna, thinking of Krishna. At the time of death, Krishna will help us remember Him and take us to Him. Enriched samsara sagara.
Tesham samudharta mrityu samsara sagara.
Tesham
Aham samudharta
Tesham aham samudhartam
mrityu samsara
samsara sagara.
Vamanavina chirat partha naya veshita
13th chapter.
12th chapter 7.
12:7. Let's check it out. Well, he's spotted around here. Embarrassing it. I used to know the words, but long ago. It's okay. (12:7). 12th chapter, Gita, verse 7. Teshamaham samudarta. Udarta means all those ud words. I lift up. I lift you up. Mrityu samsara sagara. From the ocean of repeated birth and death. Bhavami na chirat partha maya veshita chetasa. Those who fix their mind, maya veshita chetasa. Their chitta is a vesh, is entered into me, a vesh. It's fixed on me. Those who always meditate on me, I swift deliver from the ocean of birth and death. Jai Shri Krishna Ki.
Yeah.
So we count on Krishna delivering us.
Yes.
Other question you have?
Yes, Guru, one more.
Okay.
This devotee is actually hearing your lecture from last 16 years. He's saying, the person who is asking is saying that he's feeling a constant desire from within to do some service to you. How can, to repay, so how can I do service to you?
Person said he's been serving, listening to a sadhu for 16 years. How can he repay that sadhu? The best way to repay the sadhu is to follow the teachings. You were listening to teachings of a saintly person for 16 years. You should understand what's the conclusion. The conclusion of Bhakti Shiksha, Shiksha Bhakti Tattva, is that everyone should develop love for Radha Krishna and go to Radha Krishna and serve them eternally. So this is the best way to repay the teacher of Bhakti, is to become a lover of Radha Krishna and go to Radha Krishna. Thank you very much. I don't need nothing. I'm good, you're good. But being a lover of Krishna, that's the good. That's the best thing. Any more questions? Okay.
There is one book called Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka.
Hari
And-
Katha.
Yes, and there is like this verse that I cannot understand because seems like that from this verse it seems like the sterati can maybe change, but this is not true.
That's
So,
Acts 5, verse 10.
this is this verse 281. Maybe even
Yeah, I know this verse. That's verse not translated. Everyone is not translated correctly. I heard this verse from my Guru.
yes.
It just means everyone has a sterati, a permanent sterati, it never changes. The Lord Chaitanya, this applies to conditioned souls, not his eternal associate. Because the verse in Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka, Act 5, last verse of the chapter.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it's mistranslated. It said, Lord Chaitanya spoke to his eternal associates, I'll give you all 7 days to go over Vrindavan. But some of his eternal associates, the Lord Chaitanya, has 7 days in Dwarka and Mathura and other different places. So the verse is actually about conditioned souls who have no sterati. Lord Chaitanya came to give Gopal to every living entity in the material world, if they want to take it. Because the jiva, conditioned jivas don't have a sterati. Sterati comes from Guru. Or Krishna. So this is the idea.
Thank you.
This is a very common question people ask about this verse all the time. You have to use your common sense. You already had doubt. How does he have a sterati? You're going to throw that away and become a gopi. There's 3 examples in Gaura Lila. Lord Chaitanya personally tried to change some of the sterati, couldn't change. What are the examples?
Mukunda.
Murari Gupta.
Hari Gupta, he was Ram Bhakti, he's Hanuman. Lord Chaitanya told him to become Krishna Bhakta.
And Anupam also.
Anupam is the younger
Brother of Rupa and Sanat.
brother, Rupa's son. He was a
Ram Bhakta.
Ram Bhakta. Ruastan told him, and Lord Chaitanya told him,
Yeah.
become Radha Krishna Bhakti, and forget it.
He tried it, but
Huh?
he tried it, but he could not do it.
He tried, he couldn't do it. He started saying, Hare Krishna, Sri Radhe, Sri Radhe, Sri Radhe. Like his mother, for 5,000 years, she was writing a notebook, Shira, 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 for 5,000 years. His mother. She had so many notebooks. Shira. She came 1 month to Vrindavan. She threw away the notebook and started saying, Radhe, 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 Radhe. And to this day, when I see her, I say, Jai Shira. She says, no, Radhe, Radhe. So 5,000 years, Shira, 1 month in Vrindavan, now it's Radhe, Radhe. So see the power of Radharani. Radharani ki jai, Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Are you guys start swinging like a monkey now? You're too funny. Don't put your head there. I know your humanity in life is really hard, you know, but don't put it right up. We don't want that in class, you know. Hey, take that rope and raise it up. Take a rope and raise it higher. Wrap it around the pole or something. Because, you know, Berling is a Kshatriya type, you know, so.
Danger to nearby people.
Nagapash. Okay, you're not going to sleep. You can leave and go to sleep and not put this right your neck. Didn't look auspicious. Especially the predicament in your head, you know. Married life. Okay, what's going on? Question.
Yes, when Krishna left Vrindavan, Acharyas say that Vishnu expansion left to Mathura and Krishna actually remained in Vrindavan. So, and also we hear that Krishna, when he was in Mathura and Dwaraka, he felt intense separation from Vrindavan, residents of Vrindavan, Brajvasis. How can we understand this?
Understand what?
So one thing is like Krishna always there in Vrindavan, only Vasudeva Tattva went.
So the question is, how is it Krishna is always in Vrindavan, and Krishna is in Mathura, Vrindavan, pining for Vrindavan and Radharani and crying in separation from Radharani. So the Krishna in Vrindavan is happy. Krishna out of Vrindavan is not happy. It's like when you're in Vrindavan, you're happy. When you go out of Vrindavan, you're not happy. You're the same person. But Krishna is two different persons. Krishna in Vrindavan is happy. He was Radharani. But when Krishna goes to Dwarka, he's not happy. What's the big thing? He's not like you have one lousy form. Krishna has unlimited spiritual forms. So one form he's unhappy, one form you're happy. It's like you. In the daytime you're married, you're unhappy. At nighttime you dream, and you're with a beautiful girl, not your wife. In the dream, you're happy. One person with two bodies. A dream body and a waking body. So Krishna doesn't have a dream body, waking body, he has a separate body. So his Mathura Krishna is different from Vrindavan Krishna. That's a simple question. Krishna in Dwarka is crying, and he's crying, he's sleeping next to Rukmini. He's crying, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Rukmini said, who is this Radharani? He said, oh, that, don't worry about it. So one day, Radharani asked Rohini. Rohini is the mother of Balaram. He said, who is this Radharani? Oh, how do you know about Radharani? You were in Vrindavan. You're a queen from South India. You marry Krishna. How do you know about Radha? Well, every night Krishna cries, makes his pillow gets all wet. And he cries out, Radha, Radha, Radha. Go into Radha. Oh, you don't want to know. you don't want to know about Radha. Really? What's she doing? What's she doing? Oh, I can't tell you. So then the long story came, and Jagannath and Balaram Subhadra came out of the story. So that's Krishna and Dwarka, he's crying. The separation from Radharani. But Krishna does dancing every night in Radharani. No crying. So Krishna's not limited. We're limited to happiness and distress. For Krishna is just another aspect of love. His so-called distress, his so-called separation, is another flavor of love. Our separation from our lover is another flavor of death. For us, there's just black and white. For Krishna, there's no black and white. It's all shades. It's a rainbow of love. There's red love, purple love, infrared love, ultraviolet love, orange love, pink love, yellow love, pink love, white love, every different color of love. Separation is a type of love. Union is a type of love. Sambhog we lost. We prolonged we lost. For us there's all duality. For Krishna there's no duality. So we're thinking happiness, distress, union, separation. Union is good, separation is not good. We have all this good and bad, plus and minus, black and white. But it doesn't exist in Krishna's world. So absolute love, with infinite varieties of flavor and color. Are you like ice cream? You go to the store, there's 32 flavors of Baskin Robbins. You'll take any one. Walnut pecan, chocolate mint, this, that, pineapple, vanilla, all kinds of crazy flavors they have. Cocoa mint and this and that. So the love of Krishna and gopis is different flavors. There's 8 forms of sambhog, 8 forms of separation. It's all different types of love. Ujjwala Amani explains how Krishna has 360 lovers, 360 kind of girlfriends. So I asked my Gurudev one day, I said, in Indian Vedic year, there's 360 days a year. So that means Krishna has one girlfriend for every day. He has 360 kinds of lovers. And my Gurudev laughed. He said, I never thought about it like that. But it means different temperaments, different attitudes, different loves. Some are fiery sweet, some are fiery bitter, some are peaceful, docile, and some are hot-headed, some are cold-headed, some are hot and cold, some are predictable, some are unpredictable. So it's fun. You get bored, the same flavor every time. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Question. Question.
One more time in 10th canto and end of Rasa Dance in 33rd chapter, it says Anugrahaya Bhaktanam, that Krishna says that I assume a human-like form to give mercy to my devotees. So, but actually his most merciful form is a human-like form already. So I
question is, at the end of Rasa chapter 33, around between verse 36 and 40 or so, there's a verse where Krishna says, Anugrahaya Manushanam or something like that. I think it's in here. Look up here. This one. I assume a human form to show anugraha. Anugraha means mercy, compassion, love. So what's the question? What's the question?
Like why he says, I assume a human-like body to give mercy, because the most merciful form is human-like. The eternal Nitya Lila is the most merciful form.
So why is he saying I assume?
Yeah.
Let me see a verse. '36 verse, 10th canto, chapter 33. Well, Krishna has many, in other words, Krishna has many unlimited, not true, but many forms. Has a form of a fish, a dwarf, a lion. So the idea here is human form is specifically for giving mercy to human beings. Because there's a verse in the second canto of Madan, Krishna appears in every species of life. There's a cockroach avatar. There's a fly avatar. They're not described. Every species of life, there's a kuta avatar, dog avatar. So, because human being, how the human forms are, Rama, Vishnu, Krishna, all the human forms are for one purpose, to give mercy to human beings. That's basically what he's saying. And the other forms, he gives mercy to other creatures in other forms. When he becomes Matsya, he liberates all the fish. Because he swims around the water. But because the turtle, he liberates all the turtles. Avatar. So he appears in every species of life. So when he comes in human form, is to give mercy, to give prayer, and give liberation. Because we see, when he comes in other forms, he doesn't give liberation. When the Srinivasa killed Radha didn't get liberation. When all those avatars kill a demon, Hiranyaksha, Brahma avatar killed Hiranyaksha didn't get liberation. But when Krishna comes in human form, especially Krishna, he gives liberation. That's the anugraha. The anugraha is he gives liberation. That's how I understand it. What's your question?
Because the eternal form is a human-like form. Nitya Lila, Nikunj Lila, he has like, so why he says I assume a human-like body.
Assume, well, the word for assume is astita. Astita really means I become situated, I become placed, that's the English way of saying I become situated in. Stita means like Lilastan. Stita means situated, placed. In other words, you could say I appear as a human being on this earth planet. I'm already there in the spiritual world as the human being showing love. In that same human form I come and appear here as a human being to give mercy. That's where I see it. He doesn't assume he is it. The translation is misleading. It's not two different forms. It is one form. He appears here for one function, is to liberate conditioned souls and have pastime with his devotees. He appears in the same form in the spiritual world, just have pastime. There's no liberation, no anugraha there. That's why I understand it. Manusham Deyam Asta. I got situated in human-like form. But you say he's always in human form. So it's just, I don't think it's the verse is not really talking about idea of taking human form is talking about the purpose of its form on the earth planet. It's not the fact, it's not trying to establish the fact that Krishna appears in human form. It's trying to distinguish what he does in that eternal human form when he comes to human form, which is the anugrah. He's not doing any anugrah in the spiritual world. He's enjoying. He's an anugrah bhakta. I'm giving mercy to my bhaktas. What bhaktas? It means the sadhana siddhas. So many gopis were sadhana siddhas. They got liberated. That was Krishna's mercy. They got his love. They were called for rasa dance. Because this verse comes at the end of the rasa dance. So the rasa dance was full of sadhana siddha human beings. So Krishna took a human form to give them mercy, anugrah. To give them prema and take them to the spiritual world. That's what I understand. It's nice we have Vishnu's commentary, we can read it. Right? Vishnu's commentary. Start the darshan. No, it's okay. It's too hard to get up. Hey, water break. Hey. She's water? There's water over there? Check it out. The water bottle's full over there or empty?
It's there. Okay.
Did you get water?
No.
He went inside to get some water. Let's see what I got here. No, that's okay. Question. Radhika. Can't get in the road. You have a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's connected to Krishna or Radharani, but each time I have to go from Raj, even for a few days, it's just terrible. So I wanted to ask you, why is that happening and how to deal with it?
And going out of Vrindavan, I feel very terrible. She's asking why it's happening and how to deal with it.
She started that she has no connection with Radha Krishna in the beginning.
The devotee is asking a question. When I have to leave Vrindavan, I feel very unhappy, very terrible. Then? What?
Then
Why that is happening
why
and how
it's
to deal with
happening?
it?
Because I don't have connection with Radha and Krishna.
It's actually leaving Radha Kunda. Even if I go to Vrindavan, it's so hard I can't.
She said, not even when leaving Radha Kunda.
So what's the question?
Why it
So
is
the question
happening
is
and
how
how
to
to
deal with it and what to do.
Why is it happening that I feel bad if I leave Vrindavan, or even I feel bad if I leave Radha Kunda and go to Vrindavan? Why is this happening and how to deal with it? Well, it's happening because Radharani is extending her love to you. And love has a binding, compelling force which keeps the lovers together. So lovers never want to be separated when they're wrapped up in that binding force of loving intimacy. So how to deal with it? Don't leave. Don't leave Radha Kunda. Send somebody there to buy your shampoo and your organic spaghetti and olive oil and all the things you cherish. You can't buy a Radha Kunda. That's how we deliver it to you. It's good. I'm very happy to hear that.
It's not good. I mean, many people say it's good, but it's terrible. No, and everybody laughs about it. I'm serious.
No, I know you're serious.
It's terrible. It's just unbearable.
I know. I felt the same way from 1977 to 87. Every year I'd come and stay a few months in Vrindavan. And I'd feel terrible when I left. And finally, I prayed to Radharani. I came in 87. I've been here. I got Indian citizenship. And I'm still here for 37 years. I know exactly how you feel. So try to become Indian citizen and spend your life here. That's all I can say. I felt the same way. The only way I found a solution is by living here, becoming Indian.
Oh, of course I want to live here. But for example, now I have to go to do my visa things and I have all the fears in my mind. Even if I stay 3 weeks, what if world war comes? What if Corona happens? What if something prevents me from coming? What if my visa is rejected? I don't have Indian citizenship. What if Radharani doesn't want me anymore? What if I make some aparadhs? What if this? I always have this anxiety that something will happen and I will have to leave this place.
Good.
It's not good.
No, it's very good. It shows you're developing love for Krishna and Radharani. Anxiety is a sign of love. Because everything you're talking about is Radha and Krishna. Don't worry. Say your sankalpa. Make your sankalpa. Sankalpa means your intention, your avocation, your intention, your desired, cherished objective of life. Sankalpa. Say, Radharani, you must make arrangements so I can live my life in Radha Kunda. Single or married or whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever works for you, but I have to stay here in Radha Kunda and love you and serve you. I can't bear to live anywhere else. I can't live anywhere else. So please, you make arrangement. And she'll make arrangement. Then you'll know what kind of devotee you are. That's an easy measurement. If Radharani reciprocates with you and makes arrangement, then you'll know you have some devotion. If she doesn't, then better luck next time. Radharani doesn't care about offenses. She cares about sins. Don't do sin in Vrindavan, then you can stay. But offenses, that's par for the course. We always make Seva Aparad, Nama Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad. It happens all the time. But don't be sinful in the holy Dham, then you'll be good. There's so many offenders, Radharani's keeping them in the holy Dham. The offensive, we have a nature to be offensive, but we should not be sinful. Even sinners are allowed to stay in holy Dham. So Radharani is hard to understand. She's very compassionate. She's very karunamayi. But don't give up your hope. Just keep praying to Radharani. Get the blessings of saintly people. If every meet a saintly person, she always prayed, beg them, please bless me, I can stay in Vrindavan. So I bless you, you can stay in Vrindavan. I like you, you're a nice person. I feel good about you. I don't know you at all, but I feel you're good. So I pray Radharani, you can stay here. So I like this, go around and collect all kinds of blessings for everybody. The saints have power. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Question. They got the same shutter on today. Pink. Pink shutters. Okay, question. Any question? It's pretty hot. What time is it?
4:05, Gurudev.
4:05. I think it's too. We got prasad. Who ate prasad? Who ate prasad? Prasad.
Yes,
Okay. I think that's it. No more questions. We'll give out prasad. There's no internet questions. No one has any questions. Why stay here and die? Inside my house is 10 degrees colder. Yeah, wait, I guess.
There is question came.
Next question.
Would it be offensive to work while trying to live in Radha Kunda?
Offensive to work?
While trying to live in Radha Kunda.
Is it offensive to work while living in Radha Kunda? Working is part of living. You have to work to live. So wherever you live, you have to work, make some money. So it's not offensive to work. Generally, Shastras say it's offensive to make money on deity worship. You charge money for darshan and do special pujas to make money. That's considered offensive. But it's done quite a bit. But to live in Radha Kunda, live in any holy dham, engage in some business to live there, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has to work to live, has to do some work. Has to do their duty. Your duty takes the shape of work. Work according to your nature. That's what Bhagavad Gita talks. Bhagavad Gita talks about work with equal mind, detached mind. Don't be attached to results, depend on Krishna for results. Do your work according to your nature. You're ours, you make paintings and sell paintings. But when you make money, you should also give charity. You should also give donations to saving people and to Krishna and to Brahmins. Whatever you can do, something. So there's art of working, which is described in the Shastra. There's nothing offensive about living in the holy dham and working. But how you work and what you do with the money you make, that's guided by Shastra. You live in the Holy Dome selling LSD, selling hash and marijuana. That's not a good idea. Shouldn't sell intoxication. The government does it for you. In Radha Kunda, there's 2 government shops where you can buy hash. You can buy marijuana and bong, little balls, sweet balls. They have bong. 25 rupees. Comes in a little plastic bag. 4 for 100 rupees. My Panda, Mr. M. Panda. You can understand what that is. Mr. M. Panda. He shows me sometimes. He said, I just went to the shop. I got 4. I say, I take all. Yeah, it's a big night today. Shivratri. I take all 4. So we don't engage in that type of business in Vrindavan. Any other questions? Okay, that's it. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. There's a little prasad. Take some prasad.
Jai Gurudev.